Okay. Mm. Welcome back to the channel. We today we have a Shashank with us who will like explain us like how to do vibe coding with Lovable AI and the Cursor to build a SaaS project or a Micro SaaS project in less than 30 minutes or 30 minutes. So let's Shashank introduce himself.
Hello guys, hi, my name is Shashank and currently I run a small company called Joystick. We help non-tech founders build tech MVPs faster. Uh, Before that, I ran a funded startup called BugBug. We ran it for 2 years and now we are into service. And I also manage the community in Mumbai, the Laravel Mumbai community and have been associated with Laravel from the early days, like from Laravel 4. Yeah.
Hmm. So like how you started in like your PHP career? I mean, what you were doing before that?
So actually, I'm not by qualification. I'm not a computer science student. I am an electronics engineering student. Later on, there is a long story, but I tried my hand into IoT and home automation in early 2013.
Mm-hmm.
That time
It's
I got introduced to the software side of it. So before that I was mainly into hardware. So that for IoT,
mm-hmm.
you know that you need a mobile app or a web app where you can connect all the devices and then interact with it. So I got interested in the programming side, and I then tried learning online using YouTube. So that time, I think
Right.
Sarthak was active with the courses. So that's how
Mhm.
I got introduced, and I started my Laravel journey then. And later on, did freelancing. I did a job for two
Mhm.
months, but it was not for me. I realized that time. So then I started with freelancing from 2014-15, and yeah, that's how the programming journey started.
Right. So, uh, then like, what was the like bug startup? I mean,
So BugBug was basically a social contesting network app. It was primarily targeted towards housewives in tier 2 cities. It was in Hindi. The main primary language was in Hindi. It was a
oh,
quizzing app where
right.
the main problem statement was that the housewives in India, like after in the morning, they are busy with making lunch box for their husbands, for children's, preparing,
Right.
making them ready for the school. And what is the time like after that? Let's say around after 11 till afternoon, how can they make their time productive? So they,
Right.
so that was our proposition, that they can use BugBug, they can play some quiz around their topic. So the topics were around women's, and they can earn coins, and then with
Okay.
that coins they can buy products and redeem for gifts and everything. And
Right.
later on with quizzing, we also introduced ultra casual games. We built the games ourselves. It was more towards our traditional games, like we used to play the Tota wood, Chakli wood,
Right.
we used to play, right? Housey was there. There was a picture making game where every family will play together. Everybody will get a piece of a bigger picture, and then they have to
Mm-hmm.
find that picture online multiplayer and then make that full puzzle. Whoever, which family makes it first will get the award.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's actually cool. So, like, when you think that now you need to like create your own company and move from the startup, or maybe like,
So that transition was because of COVID. We ran it for 2 years, but as the revenue was dependent on ad, we had to like stop it and switch it to a service based company,
Right.
because it was
Hmm.
a funded startup and we didn't have a runway then, and due to COVID
Okay.
we didn't have much option that. So that was the
Right.
reason we
Got
then
it. Got it.
created Joystick.
Right. Okay. Hmm. So, like when you started Laravel Mumbai,
Laravel Mumbai, I think so. I attended the Laravel 2018, which was held in Delhi. Uh,
right?
it was called Laravel Live that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I attended that. I met Sarthak. There were I think Fahad was there, uh,
Yeah.
and Jatin, I don't remember his name, but yeah, I met few members of the core team then, and it motivated me to start a community. I talked with them and they said, yeah, you can start a
Right.
Mumbai chapter there.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was running a startup then, we were working in a co-working space in Mumbai.
Right.
So we had a space where we can host small meetups. So that's
Right.
how it started. So we were active, heavily active in 2018-19. We had every month a meetup, a physical meetup then.
Hmm. That's actually cool. So it is like, see, Laravel Live means you are doing a event once a year, right? That's
Yeah,
called a Laravel Live, right?
yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, before
So,
Laracon, it was Laravel Live. So we had
hmm.
in Delhi two times, and then the third one was in Mumbai, the Laravel Live
Hmm.
event.
Yeah. Even like all of the Laravel lives was before I joined the PHP community.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. So let's move with our topic now.
Yeah.
Hmm. Or do you want to share anything before that? I mean, about the
I
topic.
I think we'd start. I'll
Hmm.
explain what we are going to do today quickly,
Yeah.
and then we can start with the actual
Of
coding.
course. Hmm.
So should I share my screen?
Yeah, you can.
Let me know when it's visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay.
Hmm.
So today our aim is to build like help maybe a non-tech or a tech guy build a microservice quickly using AI tools like Lovable, and then later on move to Cursor. So basically what is a micro SaaS? Micro SaaS is a micro version of a SaaS with limited features, one or two main features, but a user would be a user would like to pay for it, for that service or a product that you are selling,
Right.
right? So it's a
Hmm.
smaller version. So we'll try to build a micro SaaS. We haven't decided the idea yet, but the main primary component of any app or maybe a micro SaaS is authentication, any type of login, email login or a social login, the
Right.
product or the service that you want to sell, and the payment part. Before if payment is not there, then it's not complete. You won't be able to make money out of it.
Right.
So we need a payment part. So this completes the loop that you can now go into the market, sell it, advertise it, and then uh, make money out of it. The secondary
Okay.
component are like notifications, newsletters you want to send to keep your user engaged. Then comes customer support. There are many other components that I think I have missed here, but you get the idea. Like
What we're
it's
gonna do?
endless. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
endless. Like you can add more features to it. So that's our plan to build this primary component in this session. And now coming to why lovable. So I would say it's very low friction. You don't have to have a background in coding. You don't have to have a setup IDE or a database. You don't know have to know about it. You can just have an idea and just sign up on Lovable and start doing it. It's good for
Yeah.
validating ideas. I wouldn't say that it's good for building a scalable product or a full complex product. It's good for validating ideas uh, for founders who have some idea but don't have clarity on how it will look, how it will. So they will, if they come on Lovable and start building it, they will also it will also help them get some clarity and validate the idea.
Right.
Also, you can do fast iterations, like let's say you don't like the color or a button, or you want the layout to be changed. It's easier to change at a higher level uh, with Lovable.
Hmm.
The last and important point I say is no dependency, like it's no strings attached. You can, once you are happy with the product and now you want to make it scalable, or you want to add more features, it's easier to detach from Lovable by like pushing your
Right.
code to GitHub, and then you can continue making it on your local machine, or give it to a developer to make it, like customize it.
Right.
So that way there is no dependency on the product side, that you have to use Lovable later on as well.
So how
uh,
many technologies the Lovable is supporting right now?
we'll go to that. I think they have on their website what all tech
Okay.
stack they support. mm, I think they have a page where you can see
Solutions,
that.
I guess.
mm,
Yeah. Integrations, I guess. What is?
no, I think I clicked on that.
Hmm. Okay, there are FAQs, community status, product announcement. Figma to Lovable is also there, right?
Yeah, there is
Hmm.
a plugin for that also.
Labs.
I think they had
Is
a
it in
page.
labs?
Let
That's yeah. Oh, it's also uses AI. Hmm. JavaScript, SQL, Markdown,
yeah,
NPM integration, multi language support. Okay.
I think they had a page. I just had a look at it, but I
Hmm.
don't know where it is.
They need to work on the documentation.
Okay.
Okay, let's move ahead
Yeah.
then. We will
Yeah.
find out anyways.
Yeah. So mainly they use React as their main language, but you can ask it to use a particular language. I haven't
Hmm.
experimented it with yet, but the React is the main. So yeah, first we'll do Lovable and then we'll move to Cursor. So Cursor is an IDE which has an AI copilot integrated directly into the IDE. So why Cursor? Because like once you are done with making an MVP, and if you want to make it customizable and need to have control on the code, then you
Right.
need Cursor. So it will be all on your local machine. You'll have access to all the code written by Lovable.
Hmm.
Then you can customize it, you can add more functionalities, and then scale it from there. So
Right.
we'll explore the Cursor part as well. So I think we should start then, right?
Yeah.
Um so I
Hmm.
follow a workflow. There are multiple workflows that
Hmm.
everybody has, but I follow a workflow where I go to ChatGPT first to
Mm-hmm.
brainstorm the idea and create
Right.
a PRD,
And
a product requirement document. And then
okay.
once I get that product requirement document, I then give it to Lovable to start
Right.
building it.
So we like use ChatGPT to create a prompt for Lovable.
Yeah,
Mm.
basically a prompt, and also to uh, get a clarity on what features we want to build.
Mm.
Otherwise, if
Right.
you just give 2 or 3 words to Lovable, it will start
Yeah,
building
that's gonna,
everything.
yeah, of course.
So so I was thinking if we can like start with a simple idea, not a great idea,
Mm.
but
Right.
in order to use LLM into the idea, I think we can
Mm.
make a, so everybody knows Udemy, where you can go and
Yeah.
browse a content about a topic you want to learn, and then
Right.
enroll into a course. So why not build a Udemy in which there is no database of
Mm.
courses? You can come in,
Right.
you can ask in chat, like I want to learn React, I want to learn Spanish, and it will create a customized course for you by uh, using internet search, using videos from
Right.
YouTube and other content available online, and then
Right.
make a course out of it with different levels. It can have quizzing module where it tests your knowledge after each chapter. So that's a broad level idea, but we won't be building the whole product. We'll
Yeah, of course.
just make the basic MVP what we can build. So let's start with the prompt.
Right.
Mm, help me make a PRD for
Mm.
a learning app, which is like Udemy, but instead of searching for a course, you can enter the topic you want to learn, and it will make a course from scratch for you
Right.
with different chapters in it. Currently, it will be only text based. Later on, we can add video, YouTube integration, and on. Also, I will need a landing page for it.
Name.
Okay. Should we call it Medemi?
Need. Need Emmy?
Medemi.
Need.
Like
Okay.
it's
Need.
Udemy, this is Medemi.
Okay. Yeah. I thought need Emmy. I mean, need the
Okay.
like course. I mean,
Okay. No, this is just a fun
yeah.
name, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe in future it can be a good idea and actual
Yeah.
product as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Topic based
and
course
and
generation,
Udemy will acquire it.
optional for a basic account, video upload, YouTube, landing page.
And topic. Hmm. So we can also ask to create a page with the text box which we have in all the AI
Yeah.
chatbot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, update the PRD to include Google login and email based login. Um, and remove the future updates that we want to add. Only focus on the current MVP features, and only written in plain text.
Lifelong learners, students preparing for exam, professional for seeking upskilling. Hmm. Going good.
Okay, I think it's good. We won't send it a tech stack. Let Lovable decide what is
Yeah,
the tech stack. Let's use
of
this.
course.
Now in Lovable, you just have to create an
Right.
account and Free account, I think it gives you five attempts,
Okay.
and later on you have to buy the premium product.
Credits.
Yeah,
Hmm. So it can have maybe subscription which gives you some bunch of credits a month.
yeah,
Right. Hmm. Okay, now it started. Hmm.
yeah. It started.
So 5 attempts. That means you can ask
Five
five.
questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So is it possible to upload a source code before starting the lovable? I mean, if you have already a, 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 a small application ready and now you want to make it over, like, or do a makeover, right? So is it
I
possible to
would
upload
suggest
source code?
for that, I think Lovable should not be used.
Hmm.
For that, I think Cursor is a best tool
Right.
because you have already have the code.
Yeah. I
Lovable
mean,
is
yeah. Right.
it's good for
Understood.
doing the idea from scratch,
Hmm.
because it knows it internally has some SDKs that it uses to like communicate with the database. So later on we'll see how we can integrate database, we can use storage,
Right.
authentication. So for
Hmm.
that, I think it will need the code to be generated by itself rather than
Right.
giving it the code.
So basically, what I was thinking before asking you that question, it is like you already have like some code which was already generated by the lovable, right? And you are
Hmm.
giving back to the lovable again, right? That is what I
Hmm.
was thinking, right?
Yeah, that could be possible. Yeah.
Hmm.
Is there a way I can also see you while in the stream? Because I'm currently seeing my screen.
You knew, I see. Actually, I have a two screens, so I can do that. I mean.
Okay.
So what I do is I keep like the riverside at one of the displays and like the actual stuff are at the another display.
Okay.
So at same time I can. Hmm. The another way maybe is there is you can try to open another tab,
Mm-hmm.
right, in the, and it will generate a pop-up
So
if you
instead
are
of
in.
sharing my whole screen, I can share a tab and then maybe
Yeah.
it won't.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, see, it's gonna take like how much time it's gonna take?
I think it will be ready in a minute. I
Hmm.
actually we have given it the full prompt, right?
Right,
It
PRD, right.
includes login, it includes landing
Hmm.
page. Ideally, what I would prefer is giving it in steps, like first giving it only to prepare the
Right,
landing page, then work on login, then work on the
right.
internals. But let's
Maybe
see.
5 attempts.
Yeah,
Hmm.
no, I have the pro version, so that's not
Okay.
an issue.
Hmm.
But this is also fine. It will take some time, but at least we'll
That,
have some basic
yeah,
to start with.
till that we can discuss something
Yeah,
related to maybe lovable AI or I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
so
So I can I'll tell you why we do this, because we are into tech and why we would need a tool like this, right?
mm,
Because we already have Cursor, we already have VS Code in our as an IDE with AI. So I would say Lovable can be used by both tech and non-tech guys
right.
who want to build a basic a product. Um, Mainly, what issue we found was, so before pre AI, we are into this only. Joystick basically helps build MVPs.
So I think you can stop sharing your screen, and once it's ready, right, you can start sharing your screen again.
Okay,
I don't know
okay, let's
because,
try.
yeah, or you can just share that particular tab which you are running the lovable, right?
Then also it will be visible, right? Let me try.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So we can talk and. share that stuff as well, right? And once it will be available, I will tell you that it's being available, right? So if you are still not in that tab, I will let you know.
Is this fine?
Yeah, I can see
Okay.
you
Yeah.
and I can see that tab as well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead. So yeah, you were talking about the like you are in
Yes.
tech and yeah.
So basically, we are into MVPs, and this was what we did before AI also. But before
Hmm.
AI, the scene was that by fast MVP, we meant 60 days, like 2 months.
Hmm.
You to make an MVP, we used to give timelines to the client of 2 months. That was our pitch because mainly the other companies or the bigger agency would give them a timeline of 6 months. That way we
Right.
were faster because we had some ways and templates by which we can make it
Faster.
make the MVP faster. But
Hmm.
after AI, that game totally is changed now. So now instead of 60 days, we give a timeline of 1 or 2 days for
Hmm.
MVPs.
Correct.
And most of the time, uh, coming to the question why lovable, most of the time we go on a similar call with the client and start making the product live using lovable with them,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that
I
we
think yeah. I think it get some error.
okay, let's check that first.
So like giving this much MRD was okay. It may take some time. Hmm.
Okay, let
So
it
what we can do? Try
fix
to
it.
fix.
Yeah, let it fix itself.
Okay.
So after AI,
So
so now the timeline is one or
hmm.
2 days, and we help we come on a call with the client and try to build the MVP in 1 or 2 sessions, and then later on move to a full-fledged product. So I
Okay.
think
I think
it's
it's
ready. Yeah.
ready. Hmm.
So I think it has prepared a good landing page. Learn anything instantly, generate complete course on any topic with just single input, no more searching. Enter your
Hmm.
topic, generate course, start learning.
Perfect. Instant creation, any topic, right?
Let's
Hmm.
try.
Will it need like API keys to in
Yeah,
be
yeah.
in
I
the
think it it will need, but
hmm.
let's see what it has prepared. Okay, so it has
Go.
prepared a dummy continue as a guest feature without even telling it. So it will show how it will look. It also prepared content. It's a dummy content. It has just replaced it, but I think it's okay for the first try. Let's see what is it. Successfully logged in using Google. So that also it
For
did.
MVPs.
Yeah, let me open it to a new tab. Let me know if it is visible, the new tab.
No, it cannot be. We
Okay,
need
okay,
to.
okay. I'll share that tab.
Hmm.
Let me share the
So
entire screen.
someone was saying that you are using Arc browser.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I've been using Arc from about a year now.
Yeah, it's giving validation and also logging us as well. I know.
Yeah.
Hmm. Same.
So it has created a dummy flow. Now let's try to make it proper.
So
Um
now what you're gonna do? Like download and cursor
Now let's ask it to use OpenAI
or a
to
Gemini, right?
yeah. I think we can use
Gemini is
OpenAI.
kind of free.
It's free.
I don't
Do
know
you
how
have
to
the
use.
key ready?
No,
So I have the
but
OpenAI key. We can use that
yeah.
for now. Uh, let's make
Basically, Gemini. Ah,
yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Basically, Gemini provides like 1 or 2 million tokens, I guess, for free. I guess so.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
hmm. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Uh, let's make it functional by using OpenAI OpenAI AI, and whenever a user types in a topic, you first create the structure of the chapter from LLM, and once they click on a chapter, you generate the actual content for that chapter.
Hmm.
So now we are not using any kind of storage right now, any kind of database,
Hmm. Right.
but now it should prompt us, because now it will ask us for an OpenAI key, and it will then need SuperBase, which is the backend
Hmm.
that we
Okay.
using to
So,
store.
okay. One question is that like, which models it uses in background to generate this all code? Is it Claude or?
I think I haven't seen it
Hmm.
anywhere in their doc where what model they are using,
Okay.
but
So it can be there if they may
can
have
be,
their
yeah.
own. Hmm.
I don't think they will have their own model, but kind of a trained model on
Yeah.
OpenAI or Anthropic, any model.
Probably.
Have you used Supabase before?
Nope. I have heard of like you can uh, query with English kind of. I mean,
No, no, no. Supabase is
so it's like
basically like Firebase. If you know Firebase, Firebase is a complete product where you can have authentication module, you have storage, hosting, edge
right.
functions, to like it can be your backend for the product. You don't have to have a separate backend. So Supabase is similar to Firebase, but I think it's
Hmm.
open source.
Okay. So it's different than what I heard, or I don't know.
Let's see. Build in a weekend, scale to millions. So Supabase is an open source Firebase alternative. Start your project with Postgres database, authentication, instant APIs, edge functions, real-time subscription, storage, and vector embeddings. So all in one place,
Hmm.
and use Supabase with any framework. Okay. I have implemented the integration. The system now works with two stages. Okay.
Okay. It uses Cloud 3 Opus, I guess. OPUS.
Okay. Lovable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I found it from the change log. So like, yeah, they added that Cloud.
Okay.
Hmm.
So currently it's not like it will ask the user to add their own OpenAI key. So
Okay,
instead of
it
that,
adding it into the WIT server,
yeah,
ENV.
yeah.
Hmm.
So rather that, let's make it store it in the Supabase already.
Hmm.
So for that we'll have to basically add a connect to a Supabase uh,
Okay.
project. So I've already
So
created a project. If you don't have a
yeah.
project, you can create a new project
Okay.
and then just connect with the project. So
Okay.
once you connect, it will then use that project to create database and
Okay.
all the other service that we will be using.
Right. So okay, it's similar to like Firebase, but it's Not no SQL, right? Firebase is I guess
Firebase
no
is no SQL. This
no
is
SQL, right?
Postgres. Yeah.
Hmm. We were using Firebase when we were developing Android apps,
Yeah.
right?
For Android app, we use that only. Yeah.
I actually connected the Firebase with to the microcontroller, like by in an IoT device.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
What microcontroller you used?
It was like Arduino Nano, I guess, with the Wi-Fi module.
Okay.
Hmm. So I have used multiple microcontrollers like Arduino Uno, and there are some series of microcontrollers which are
Yeah.
made for different use cases.
Yeah.
But Nano is the best for like some like sort of work which we are doing. Like it has less pins.
Yeah.
It
Less IO.
uses less space as well, and no like extra bloatwares. So
Hmm.
yeah.
So now if you see, it has given us a prompt where we can add our OpenAI key instead of in the code. It will be stored
Yes,
in the database, so it's secured. So I'll
of
just
course.
stop my
Yeah.
screen and add the API key.
So you already done that or
No, I'll add the key now.
okay?
Okay, it's added. I'll share.
Okay, I so we was having one question that it is only front end or back end. Also, can I change the front end language? Hmm. Front end language. It will be JavaScript for always. Yeah.
Yeah, it's backend also, right? So with SuperBase, it also has backend. You can create APIs, edge functions. You can use storage on SuperBase for storing your media.
Okay. And one of them was asking for like in which stack the code is being generated right
I
now.
think it's React. We can also check the code. So they have a view where you can see the code.
Okay. Kind of applet. Hmm. TypeScript is
Hmm.
there. It seems
Yeah.
it's okay. For front end it is React for sure.
Yeah.
For backend I cannot see anything yet.
Let's see what it has done.
Error. Build
You cannot run
unsuccessful.
your. Let's see by running anything.
So build is unsuccessful. No.
Yeah, it's unsuccessful. Mm, let's try to fix it.
So okay. Basically, we should start with like small prompt, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it can fail. I mean, maybe the tokens limit get exceeded, or I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean,
If it tries to build multiple modules,
hmm.
it's likely to get failed.
Like what I did in like my stream, which where I was doing vibe coding with the GitHub Copilot, right?
Hmm.
And it was just launched like
Hmm.
a day ago, and it was
Hmm.
slow a lot. So I just said that create a Twitter clone without anything else. For half an hour, it was just doing some
Building it.
processes.
Hmm.
And after that like I was like I was doing some other work like creating some GitHub issues and doing some other open source work. Until that it was still creating the Twitter clone.
Okay.
Mm. So I had to stop that stream because like the copilot was not able to finish the work right
Hmm.
in hour itself.
Hmm.
So then I got one message from the Microsoft developer, like we are working on the speed and all, and you will be able to use it better.
Hmm.
Okay, fail to generate course.
I think it's not getting that API key. Can
Can be.
you review the API key is retrieved from SuperBase?
So what do you say? Like I have one doubt that should we like after having a dummy flow, right? Should we directly move to cursor or should we ask more stuff to do to the lovable?
It depends. Like if you are a tech person, I think
Mhm.
moving to cursor would be a better idea, because
Mhm.
then it would be much faster, and you
Easy.
can control, like you can like ask it to work on specific file or a module,
Right.
which you know that
Mhm.
this is the backend, this is the main page, and I want to make changes in this, instead of just randomly giving it an idea and
Mm.
it figures it out.
Right.
So, but if you are a non-tech, I think it's better if you can make a functional workflow that you intend for the product,
Mm.
whether it be a dummy flow, or for some cases it can also make a proper flow. We'll try
Right.
to make it a proper flow for login
Right.
also. We'll quickly see how we can add a Google login in this.
Google login, for Google login we need like two things, right? One like the secrets and all, and the
Yeah,
one endpoint to like redirection.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so it has what is it saying? I'll review the code. Looking at it, I can see the issues related how they. Um, my page return happens after server side is secured. Trying to parse the response structure, making secure. So yes, API is profiling later. Okay, let us share this message.
You okay? You have like you can also provide a screenshot.
Yeah, and also
Hmm.
there is an edit function. We'll see that. So let's say you want to edit a specific section, you can
Okay.
then navigate and click on that particular modules, that I want to
Okay.
edit this and I want to make changes in that.
Ah. Okay. It has a different error, like type error cannot read properties of undefined.
Hmm.
Hmm. Now cursor I have given the PV. Hmm. 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 Okay, now it's asking to update the OpenAI key into the
Hmm.
Supabase.
Let's try. Otherwise, we'll have to manually add the OpenAI key there.
Okay.
Go to Superbase dashboard, edge function secrets, OpenAI key exits.
I hope the you will be not revealing your OpenAI key.
Yeah, I'll see. So yeah, this was the page of what all libraries, client libraries it supports, language it supports. Are you able to see the screen?
No, I don't know. I mean, should I like? No, I don't able to see that screen. I just
Okay,
able to
okay,
see that setup, right?
okay, okay. Let me share the whole screen then.
So be sure that you are not revealing your OpenAI key. Otherwise, you need to do reset and I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, how
yeah.
many projects will be affected?
So yeah, this is the page I was talking about.
Okay,
The
you got
client,
that. Ah, so let ask support to add Laravel.
and it also has a mobile framework. Like you can use React Native with Expo to build
Hmm.
mobile apps.
Okay,
Let me stop sharing and just update the
yeah,
key.
right. So, what is the thing behind Vibe Coding 101? Is it like the name given by you or
No, that name was given by me.
okay? That, that's okay. That's okay. I was like, yeah.
Okay, so I've added the key. Let's see.
Hmm. Okay. So you got something right now. Is it, it's not
No, that
even
was
like
the detail. That was the detail page which we already had.
Spanish language. Yeah. Oh. So I think it can be something like that. You have different keys at like different keys. I mean the array key, or we can say in a key from in a key value pair, right? Like it can be open a underscore AI underscore key it at
I
Superbase
think
and
I think it's not related to the key and related to some parsing on the key side.
okay.
Uh, Let me share that screen again.
Hmm.
So currently the flow that we are doing is not for a tech guy. We are showing it for a layman who is not aware of what this is happening. And
Right.
if he is stuck in some kind of a error like this, what he can do is just copy the error and paste it here.
Because even like if he is the tag guy, he will gonna do the same.
Yeah, if he is using AI to debug.
So it is actually showing that he is writing courses context.tsx and all right. Hmm. Build unsuccessful
There's something with parsing only, I think.
probably. So like, is it able to see your key from the Superbase?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm. So if you're gonna ask the Lovable, right? Okay, give me some real open AI keys example, right? Will it
Hmm.
gonna give original keys to the? I mean,
Or else what we can do is we can
uh,
build the other flows that we require for this product and then move to cursor and continue
yeah,
over there if it is not
right.
able to do it in
Of
this
course,
flow.
cursor will be better choice.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't
yeah.
know because.
Cursor will be better in this.
So I think Lovable is where we can create a dummy flow or kind of like, I mean, to show the client like how it will be look like.
Yeah, that is the main where it's not functional yet, but you
Hmm.
get an idea of what happens when you click a button, what's the UX flow for a user.
Kind of, yeah, it is like creating Figma
Yeah.
as well. I mean, yeah, missing or invalid. So I think ask the Lovable to create a specific error. I mean, if it is missing, then show missing. If it is incorrect, then show incorrect. Maybe from that we can have an like.
Can you be more specific in showing the error? But I think then if it is not able to connect the with OpenAI, we won't get any OpenAI specific errors.
No, no, that what I am saying is, it is saying that it's missing or invalid, right? So
Yeah.
it actually can clear that it is missing. So then it is not able to get that from the, or we can say the fetch from the Superbase, right?
Hmm.
And if it is invalid, then it is able to get, but it's kind of not working with the
Got it.
code, right? Uh, this can be the last try for the Lovable, and then we can move to the
Yeah.
cursor, right? Hmm.
I see this specific error. You didn't provide an API key. You need to provide an open key and authorization header. Let's confirm that open key is missing entirely. Course going to provide more specific errors.
Okay. So what I understood is it's still not able to connect with the Supabase yet.
Hmm.
So like it's built-in feature, right? Supabase is.
Yeah.
So why it's not able to connect? I mean,
Let me try then creating a new project. Maybe it was an older project
no,
and it already had some other keys. Some that
probably.
might be causing some issue. Let's try that once it's done with this. Meanwhile, we can check what all other things Supabase has.
Hmm. Okay. So I don't know, like, do we have like that what I was saying that you can ask anything to your database and it will provide you the data.
No, that's not what Supabase is.
Okay.
Navigate
See,
API function, add a new secret with name your open key as the value. Once you added it, try generating codes. Okay, let's try this once. Setting API functions.
Mm. Actually, there is something which is related to what I was saying in a Supabase, which is like you can generate your tables, kind, I guess, right?
Mm,
Yeah. I'm not sure though. Yeah.
let's see if it has got the key now. Otherwise, we'll move to cursor.
For sure. But I mean, if it is there is a issue with the connectivity with the Supabase, Cursor will be not able to solve that as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We can move it to the env file rather than
Yeah.
using Superbase for that. So this is the first time that I've got this issue. Otherwise, it's like in the
Yeah,
first try. It's
demo gods are there, right?
okay. You can also see what it's typing. Open is indeed missing from Superbase.
Hmm. You
Oh,
created a new project, right? So we're missing.
no, I haven't created a new. Let's try creating a new then. Me demi.
Okay, we are not able to see that page though,
Okay,
but
let me
maybe it's
share it.
okay. I don't know.
Now let me share it. Okay, so now we are creating a new project. You need a
Mm.
name, database password,
Okay.
and the region.
Mm.
So once it is generated, we can then connect it to the front end. Okay, now I can see Midemi over here, and I can connect it.
Mm. Okay.
App is now connected. Build up successful. Let it know that we have created a new.
That's already being done.
No,
Scroll a
just
bit
to
up.
tell it.
Scroll a little bit up. See, a bit more. Yeah. See, please connect the Supabase to project
No, but
Medium.
we just have to tell it that I need the OpenAI key from this, right?
Okay. Understood.
We need to store the OpenAI key in this project.
Hmm.
So now here you can see if you've used Firebase, it's similar. You have
Mm-hmm.
storage, edge functions, authentication databases. In authentications, you directly have connection with all the main providers. Like you can
Hmm.
add Google login, Apple login,
Okay.
and then you can just provide the secret over here that you generate from their dashboard, and it integrates it.
Firebase sends the OTP to the mobiles, right? I never seen that any limitations on the sending OTP to the mobiles, right? Mobile numbers.
Currently, they have. Before it was not that the SMS, right?
Okay.
OTP. So now they have some monthly limit of 20 OTPs, and later
Okay.
on you have to pay them.
Hmm. Otherwise, like in my college days, I sent lots of OTPs.
Hope my screen is not visible, right? I'm
No,
adding very
it's not
quickly.
visible.
Okay. So fingers crossed. Let's see.
Hmm.
Can enable this. Later on, give it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Finally.
Hmm. Wow.
So it generated the chapters, and I think on click of the chapter it should generate.
So what the prompt you asked?
So prompt, we haven't like given the prompt, but we had asked it to generate the chapter once. In the first prompt, it should generate the structure of the chapter, the title, and on click of the chapter, it should generate the content for that chapter.
Optimized.
Yeah. So currently, because I moved multiple chapters, like clicked on multiple chapters, there are multiple LLM calls that are getting generated, but I think it's working. So on click of a particular chapter, this chapter was called handling
Okay.
events in
So
React.
I think what I understood is even clicking twice is kind of generating the
Yeah, yeah, it's getting into some loop, I think. But I think yeah, let's not get into the what product it is. Let's try to complete by adding.
login and
Yeah. So
authentication.
yeah, for login, let's quickly go to Google Cloud platform.
So Superbase will not help us for the Google
So it
login
will
in
guide
this
you.
case.
It will guide you for creating what all steps you need to take.
Superbase,
But
I mean.
yeah, Superbase is you just have to add the secret and the key
Okay.
that you get from here. So you have to do it manually from here only.
Okay. Understood.
So I'll quickly go through what we need to do on the Google Cloud side. You just have to create an account on Google Cloud, create a new project. On the client side, uh, let me select a new project, Midemi. Um, so let's create a new app. It's for external use. Let's create a OAuth client. It's a web application. Now we need to provide the domain and the redirect URLs. So
Right.
that we will ask. You are able to see the Google Cloud screen, right?
Nope. I think it was intentionally hidden.
Oh, sorry. Let me entire screen. So I'll quickly show. So we are into this screen where we
Right.
created a project. Now we need to create a OAuth client. So for creating project, we just provided basic name and email ID. Now we need to use this OAuth client for web application. Now we need two details. One is the domain from where the request will be originated, and the redirect URLs once the login is done, where to redirect. So that we will get from here. I need to add Google sign in. Let me know. So let's ask only directly that I have this screen. I need these two details. I need the domain and redirect URL for this, for it to be added.
Interesting. How it gonna provide us? I mean, the URL. It's saying
So
that localhost.
no, so it
Okay,
provided the callback Superbase, and for domain it is localhost, but we'll add the base URL in the Superbase, so it will be proper.
understood. It works. It never works with the localhost, right? I mean, the
No,
Google
no.
login.
So basically, our domain is the domain that Superbase, the Lovable created, the dummy domain that we have. Preview hyphen topic to text tutor
Okay,
dot lovable app is our.
but callback will be like done at the Superbase.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So in local, if we are using Superbase, right?
Hmm.
So it will allow us to do a login with Google. I don't know. I mean,
It will allow, so you can access the Superbase from local, right? You'll have Superbase on
of course,
tool. Yeah.
but it is like I never done like the Google login with Google in a local, right? I
Okay.
always needed.
So you need to add the localhost domain for local, then it will work.
No, no, it never worked. I mean,
I've done it
for the
recently
locals.
for
Okay.
if you provide the localhost and the port,
Hmm,
it works.
that's cool. I mean,
So now in sign in, we need to provide the client ID and the secret that we got. So this is the client ID, I think, and this is the secret. This was the callback URL, and at one more step is to add the base URL, which is currently set to localhost. I think in authentication only, yeah, URL configuration. So currently, if you say this is localhost, we need
Yeah.
to provide the
So we are
site
updating
URL.
that into the Superbase.
Yeah, we need to provide the front end domain that we have. Let's try logging in. For that, we need to open it into a new tab, otherwise, it won't work. Okay, if you see, we got the login page. You there?
Right, right, right.
Yeah. So now let's try. Okay,
Hmm.
so we are logged in. Welcome. So it got my name. So authentication is done. Product is almost like working, and let's
Hmm.
try to add quickly the payments part.
Okay.
If we can do it in 5 minutes, let's see. I want to add Razor Pay subscriptions in this with $500, 500. Let's say what should be the 199. Can you set up uh, mm, add it at
Do you
higher
have the
level?
Razor Pay testing keys?
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I will provide you the test keys which you can add it in Superbase. So let me grab my testing keys. I think it should be fine, right? Okay, I'll regenerate it later on. Okay, we can add the Razorpay key ID and secret. Does it
Mm-hmm.
provide a secret?
Secret, it only provides once. It only provides secret once. I mean, so
Let's regenerate then. I'll have to grab my phone for that. Let me quickly stop. Okay.
hmm. Okay. I don't. I am not able to see you.
Mm,
Not yet. Oh, okay. maybe
Now,
now you're now okay. You
so
gone?
let
You
me,
yeah, you back.
yeah. So I got the key and secret. So let me add it over here. Where are we? A lot of tabs open now. Yeah. So the key goes here. Secret.
You have updated the key as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like it's create a form itself to ask a prompt.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So now it's making the table for that subscription table in SuperBase
Hmm.
to store the details. Creates policies for subscription. User can view their own subscription. User can add their own subscription. Please review and approve the SQL commands. Okay. Triggers. Hope it works in the first try.
SQL migration is executed. Hmm. It's gonna be using a checkout button or I don't
Um,
know. And
so we have specifically asked to use the subscription functionality. So
right,
it should be using checkout with subscription here. But this is an overdue we are doing. Like for Lovable, doing this integration is an overkill. We can do that once we move it to Cursor, but
as well, yeah,
it's capable of doing that. So because
that's right.
you get the GUI like we did for like adding secrets and keys, so you don't have to touch Superbase for that. You can do it from the front end itself. And the last step then after this, we can then show how we can push it to GitHub and take it on Cursor.
Hmm.
I now feel that significance of a language will not be that much going forward. If AI is going to code like 80 to 90% of your code, then language uh, is of no matter, right? It codes in any language. Maybe you can tell it to code, but then it's very language agnostic, that you don't care what language until and unless it's uh,
You need to do
doing.
the code.
Yeah.
Learn anything instantly. Need I mean. So,
So like I have an opinion, like we have now PHP native, right, for building mobile apps, but why to do that if you can do it with AI on React Native or Flutter? Because I think,
right.
because I am a backend, I don't know about Flutter, but last 1 week I spent building a Flutter mobile app, and now I've got to know the overview. I don't know the actual syntax and everything, but I think being a developer, we know what's happening by looking at the screens. So I think
Right.
uh, it's now become easier to learn any language. Before that, I
Of
haven't
course.
touched React for years, but now I think I'm able to code it in React.
I don't know. Like, I mean, mm, it can be like now in future. It can be like, see. So we were having books, right?
Hmm.
And suddenly we got our mobiles and we got to ebooks, right? So
Yeah.
now people read books as a hobby, right? I mean, like to feel a physical stuff, right? So maybe in future for actual projects people will use AI, but when it's like mm, time for having a hobby or kind of fun, right? They
Hmm.
will
Hmm. Hmm.
do a code manually,
Yeah.
right?
So moment of truth, I think it has added unlimited course, priority add-ons feature, download course as PDF. Subscribe now. It has created a separate page. Please log
Oops,
in
login.
to subscribe.
Hmm.
Okay, I think login. We'll
Hmm.
have to move to a separate page because it won't work in an iframe.
Okay, we are already logged in, so
Yeah, here we are already logged in. So where should we find? Yeah, subscribe.
support at the midame.com.
Mm, fail to initialize. Let's
Back
see.
to the
So it tried to, like, it called the missing authorization header. uh, I can see it has used the SuperBase function razor pay create order. But yeah, I think people get the idea. I think we should not waste time fixing this, but let's move on with the final step. What do you say?
yeah. So let's sync it to the GitHub and
Yeah. So now to like move it to GitHub, you just have to connect to GitHub. I've already, I think, connected my account over here,
yeah,
so I can transfer project and to my organization.
it will going to create a new repository, right?
Yeah,
So
and I can
even like
directly,
you cannot like say that we already have a repository and you want to sync.
no, yeah, I think it
Hmm.
doesn't allow to select. So it gave me the link
I
and let,
think it can be like something like that. I mean, if or you already have some commits there, it will gonna conflict, right? So yeah,
yeah. So let me move to my sites. Array. And clone it.
done. So now let's just open it into the cursor.
Yeah, let me open cursor. I think we just
Now,
need to,
now we will ask cursor to replace a backend. Okay.
okay, let's try to run it. So it will directly connect with the
We need
Superbase. We
to
don't have,
install. Okay.
so if
Okay.
you try to open in locally, everything should work.
Hmm.
I think login also should work.
Login with Google will not
Yeah,
work
that
though.
won't work. Yeah, I
Maybe I
think
don't
no,
know.
it will work. It will work because it's using. It goes to Superbase now. If you see, it will go to the
But
actual URL.
yeah, it's redirecting to
Yeah, yeah.
the
But for that, we'll have to add the localhost in
and
the.
it's okay. I guess. I mean, try
Yeah.
to register. I don't know
Hmm. But I think we instantly got
the
everything
source
in
code.
local. Yeah, and now we
Yeah.
can do anything with that. Let's try. Can
You can
you
ask cursor to skip.
fix what?
Yeah. You can ask cursor to skip login with Google for local environment.
Yeah, we can ask it to do a dummy login, but
Yeah.
let's give a final try if it can
Yeah.
fix. Can you fix the razor pay?
A- a- anyways, we need to like log in at least, right? So yeah.
Yeah,
So let it fix Razorpay subscription stuff and till then we can register a new user, or do you want to connect it with the Google?
Now I think what we can do is we can fix the issue locally if that works, and then push it to again push it to Lovable and see if it is working.
What I'm saying is, you cannot verify it without login, right?
Hmm.
If the reserve issue is solved or not, right? So you need to log in.
So what I'm saying is we can push it to GitHub again, and
Okay.
then on Lovable we can test it because we already have the
So like what
login.
it will sync.
Yeah, it will sync.
Hmm.
So where is my, what was the issue that we were getting?
Unable to connect. If we were getting 401.
Failed to initialize payment, try again. So let
We
me,
are not. We are able to give a screenshot.
yeah. So cursor to cursor.
Mm.
So I am getting
You can also share that error we have in the. Uh,
inspect.
I don't know
Uh,
if it is correct error. I don't know because
hmm. Fail to create order. At least it will get
hmm,
when subscribing. I find Gemini a better model for coding now. I
better
was
than
using,
Claude.
yeah, I was using Claude 3.7 few
I
weeks
think
back, but
peop,
Gemini
mm,
like
right.
does what you tell. Claude
Mm,
goes for more like refactoring and optimizing.
right. Hmm. Our main thing is they were hyping for 3.7, right? But what I understood is 3.5 was better than 3.7. I don't know. I mean,
So it is
uh,
not able to find the file. It's asking us to find the file for that particular error. Let it check the code base.
hmm,
Okay, it found it.
it found the line numbers
Hmm.
where the code is located now. It is getting from the session. Wow. So which token was not was missing? I mean, SuperBase or the Razorpay?
I think there is no issue with token. Token, I think it got. Only thing was with the edge function that it created in Superbase.
Mm-hmm.
I think the create order. I've
Let's
modified
try it then.
it now correctly. Await Superbase uses the session authorization and creating order.
That is what I understood. It
Hmm.
it was it changed the code of Supabase,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Instead of Reserve.
So let's apply these changes. I am also trying this for the first time. That if Lovable gets it's synced with this code, the new code
We
base.
actually need to press at least one button to do that. I think so.
Let let me ask it only. Can you pull the latest code GitHub? Okay, it already got it. If you see here, it
Hmm.
already got our commit.
It is saying I don't have ability to do that, but
But
I
it,
already done that.
hmm,
Crazy.
let's see if it worked. Um,
Hmm. Hmm. What it is saying that it is saying 401. Uh, okay.
okay, it got to something, but yeah, some issue. It also called the API for Razorpay, but there is some authorization issue. But I think we have got to where we wanted to.
Right. So it was like what I understood is before adding razor pay, we should move to the cursor.
Yeah.
Hmm. And maybe I don't know. I mean, how much cursor understands
No,
your
I
code.
mean, Lovable also is capable of, but the issue with what we did today was giving it the whole prompt in
Thing,
one
right?
go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you would have,
Possible.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay, that was all good. Hmm. Okay, we don't have any questions, and previous questions we already took. Okay. I think bro had certification course link. I don't know. I think.
Certification course link into the course. Like once your
Hmm.
course is completed, we can add.
And specify the section in web
I think we can push this, make this repo public,
open
and
source.
if people want to add some features, we can then use it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Then we can conclude it.
Yeah,
We have checked the lovable, and maybe in the most of the cases it works, right? But you need to be precise, and you need to give a small prompts and
yeah,
like move ahead with the small steps. Not only with the lovable any AI tool, you should
yeah.
go with the small steps. Then and then it will give you a good output or the output you are looking for, right? Otherwise
So I
it can
think
mesh,
the
right?
the issues that we got were because we were trying to communicate with a third party tool like an OpenAI or Google or
Hmm.
Razorpay. If you had like only asked it to make a dummy flow with
Hmm.
focus on UI and UX, it would have done a better job without any
Right.
errors. And
Right.
then later on, we once we
So
get the code, we can add it locally,
right.
all the features.
So two three things we can understand is don't see if you are in code, so don't be like 100% dependent on the lovable,
Yeah,
and try to get like the flow out of it, and then use a cursor to make it work. I don't know,
yeah,
I mean, I think I'm clear on that. Hmm. So
yeah,
lovable is actually good stuff to
yeah,
show what product will be look like to the
yeah.
client, and you will
The
not need
initial
any,
ideation phase
right.
Lovable is good because
Hmm.
cursor you can't then show it locally to a maybe just in this context is for freelancers or
Right.
agencies who are working with founders and want to show quickly how the product will shape up.
Right.
Then in that case Lovable is a good option.
Right, you will like by working maybe for 2 days you will have a good stuff if you
Yeah,
are moving with the small steps,
yeah,
right? And even I don't know, I mean, if you go with the small step it may create actual product as well, right?
yeah.
Hmm. Okay,
So there
thanks
is a
for
lot of
joining everyone. Yeah,
optimization that can be done,
of course.
like making the UI or a Figma, and then there is also Figma integration that if you give
I
it
really
Figma,
I really don't understand like why should we add a Figma, but like I mean, if your client is giving you a Figma, and
yeah,
that is
that
the
is
in
the
that
case.
case,
Yeah,
right? Otherwise, like you can create whatever you want, right,
yeah,
with the
yeah,
lovable,
yeah,
because it is replacing like the your designer, right, already. I mean, otherwise you can do one more thing as well, like give the lovable to your designer,
yeah,
right? So two things can be done because you cannot be at every place, right?
yeah.
So you need someone. Hmm. Okay.
Great.
Uh, do you want to say anything?
No, I think it was a fun session, uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, demos are not that good. We had some hiccups,
Right.
but I think it's fine.
Hmm.
We were real and showing the actual
Okay.
issues. Yeah,
Maybe like after a month, or maybe like we will do a part two and where we
yeah,
can plan better.
yeah.
Right. Okay. So thanks for
Cool,
joining,
Punyapal. Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining, everyone.
Bye bye.
Okay.